Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary, where I do the research to try to teach you a little something about what you're drinking. Today I truly did the research by reading an entire book from cover to cover. Now this is no small feat, as this is essentially a 300-page textbook all about whiskey. And it's called The Complete Whiskey Course, a comprehensive tasting school in 10 classes. And this is by a guy named Robin Robinson. Now, I met Robin at a whiskey tasting event, and after talking to him for a little bit, I realized, first off, he knows his stuff, right? But I said, hey, you know what? I'd really like to do a review of this book on my channel. And so we got in touch, and he ended up sending me a book, and he said, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable just giving you this thing because then I feel like I'm paying for a review, which I just love the integrity, right? So instead he said, how about when you're done with it, you do a giveaway? So I'm gonna do exactly that. I'll give this book away to one of the commenters below, and I'll tell you what you kind of have to comment in a minute here. So this book, as I mentioned, is about 300 pages of just history, infographics, all kinds of information, things about glassware, stills, whiskey and why it tastes the way it does, what kind of grains to use, just everything you could possibly want to know, as well as guided tasting tours, which I found to be very useful myself, and I kind of did it alongside it. So there's a lot going on in this book, and for $25, which is all that this costs, this is so worth the money, especially if you like channels like my own, where we are focused a little bit more on the informational side rather than just the reviews. So I wouldn't feel comfortable recommending this book myself until I read the whole thing, or at least like most of it, but the problem was I couldn't put it down. So I read this whole thing in about a week, and I just kind of found myself reading it during breaks and before bed and just after the kids went to bed and even sometimes before work. So this book is worth the money. I'll just put it bluntly like that. If this was a whiskey review, I would say stock it. I just think you should absolutely own this book. Now, here's the deal. If you want to enter the contest to get this book for free, I'm going to pick the winner on December 31st. And what I want you to do, down in the comments, post something, essentially a topic that you'd like me to cover on this channel that I haven't covered yet. So if, for example, you want to hear me talk about pot stills versus column stills, something like that. If you don't live in the United States, unfortunately, I can't send you this book because laws are a thing and there's a whole lot more paperwork that I don't really want to do. So if you live in the United States, you can win this. If you don't, still put an idea down because chances are I'm probably going to cover it, and it'd be fun to see your own idea on this channel. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary. By all means, go buy this book. It's only $25. I actually found it for as low as $20 at the time of posting this video, so you can get your hands on this. So thank you very much for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary, and have a great rest of your day. Cheers.